Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today we are tackling a question that, you hear in pretty much every office. What does HR actually do? The answer, it turns out, is one of the biggest strategic secrets in modern business. So, let's pull back the curtain.
I mean, really, what is this department responsible for? Are they just about policies? Is their job just hiring and firing people? It seems like a simple question, right? But the real answer has changed a lot. And it's become something way more powerful than you might think.
For most of us, when we hear the letters HR, our minds kind of jump to admin work, enforcing the rules, and, maybe helping a manager hire somebody. And yeah, sure, that's part of the picture. But that's like saying a rocket is just a metal tube. What's really going on under the surface is so much bigger.
All right, so let's tackle that perception head on, shall we? Is it just paperwork? Not even close. The reality is this. Modern HR is the business fueling engine that powers human potential. Now, I want you to let that sink in for a second. This simple shift in thinking, it changes everything. It reframes HR, not as some kind of cost center or just a support team, but as a core driver of the entire organization's success.
Okay, so if HR is an engine, let's pop the hood and see what's inside. What are the core components that actually make this thing run?
At its heart, modern HR is all about managing the entire employee-employer ecosystem. And I mean everything. Think about it, it covers the whole journey, from the moment a potential candidate first even hears about your company to the day they leave, and everything in between. It's about getting the best people in the door, helping them grow, and building a culture where they can actually do their best work. So this engine, it really has two main jobs. The first one, fueling its people. It all kicks off with talent acquisition. You gotta get the right people on the bus. But once they're on board, you need learning and development to give them the map for where the business is headed. And to keep them fired up for the trip, engagement and performance management give them a sense of purpose and direction. And all of that is supported by fair compensation that shows them they're valued.
Now, the engine's second job is to fuel the business itself. And this is where things get really strategic. HR analytics gives you the data to make smart decisions about people, instead of just guessing. HR business partners then take that info and work right alongside company leaders, making sure the entire workforce is lined up with the company's big goals. This builds a powerful employer brand and culture, which is way more than just a slogan. It's what makes people want to work there. And all of it is built on a foundation of trust through things like verification.
So, how did we get here? I mean, this super strategic function didn't just pop up overnight. It's been on a pretty fascinating journey, evolving from simple administration into a core business driver. You got it. This whole sophisticated strategic engine is actually a pretty new invention. To really get what it does today, we kind of have to look back at where it all started. This journey really happened in 3 stages. Back in the day, like the 60s through the 80s, we had personnel management. It was all about keeping records, making sure you were compliant, the basics. Then in the 90s, the term human resources showed up, and that was a sign that things were shifting toward mixing strategy with people. But today, the most forward-thinking companies, they call it people and culture. And that name says it all. The focus has moved completely to designing an employee experience that directly drives business results.
Okay, so we've established that HR is strategic, but what does that actually look like? How does a great HR or people team actually drive real, tangible business results?
Well, the impact is direct, and you can measure it. When HR brings in amazing talent, revenue grows. Simple as that. When it builds a culture where people actually want to stay, you get huge cost efficiencies because you're not constantly spending a fortune to replace people. When teams feel valued, you get an innovation boost. That's where the next big idea comes from. All of this is powered by the strength of the culture, which is the ultimate driver of long-term success.
And let's just zoom in on that cost efficiency for a second. The cost to replace just one employee can be up to 2 times their annual salary. So when HR builds strategies that keep just a handful of key people from leaving, the savings quickly run into the millions. This isn't a soft skill. This is a hard, bottom-line business function.
So this brings us right to the heart of it all. If we boil everything we've talked about down to just one single idea, what is the ultimate, true purpose of HR? It all comes down to this 5-step mission: getting the right people with the right skills into the right roles at exactly the right time. But here's the thing. You can get those first 4 steps perfectly right, and they won't mean a thing without the 5th one. The magic, the real secret sauce, happens when those people feel valued and empowered. That is the key that unlocks absolutely everything else.
And when HR actually pulls off that mission, you don't just get a happy workforce. You build a high-performing, sustainable organization that can win in any market. That is the ultimate goal.
So, the next time you're at work, I want you to think about this. Look past the obvious administrative stuff and ask yourself, now that you know what modern HR really is, where can you see its engine running? Where do you see it shaping the experiences, the culture, and the success of your own organization?